So I'm going to actually comment on Lee Dalton's last video on why supposedly they lost $2 million with the bots. But let me tell you who am I first. I've been trading with bots since 2021. I know how to use spot trading bots, and I know how to use futures trading bots, and I use a bunch of different bot platforms, including exchange bots and stuff. Okay, so let me show you the video and comment on it. Okay, and actually, give me a second because I did something here. I had to be sure that you can share the sound and optimize the video clip. Okay, so we're gonna hear this video and I'm gonna comment on it.
Hey guys, Lee here. You already know me from Hey guys, Lee here. You already know me from quite a number of Zoom calls I've been on individually and group Zoom calls. We're here just to give you a quick update on where we're at, because I know there are a lot of questions.
Yeah, hi, my name is Richmond. You've know me for so long already, when we launched this in June 7th. So yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to run through tonight in the update is give you a quick update on the refund process. We're also going to explain exactly what the parameters are around how good a bot or how good AI is or how good a human is, and why we've done what we've done. And a lot of you have been asking, so what I'll be doing is doing a screen share with you and showing you our bot. So you will see the trades that have been made in the last week or two, and you will see where the losses are. And at the end of the day, no matter how good a bot or how good AI is or how good a human is at trading, you will see the graph that shows a constant downward trend. And at the end of the day, it just makes sense that what we should do is just pause, have a look at what we're doing with our plans and packages, and the bonuses as well. One of the other things we'll go on is where we are looking at moving, and also what we've done moving forward, and we'll take it from there. So moving on, I guess, to the first one is the current refund process is currently ongoing. We do have a lot of refunds that have been requested, and we are currently processing them. And if, for example, there is a delay, it's just because we've got a queue of people and we want to make sure that everybody is sorted correctly.
So I don't know about you, but I'm still waiting for a refund. So I don't know if this is true. We don't have any way to confirm that they're paying the refunds at all, unless people say, hey, I got paid, but because they basically shut down they don't have anything, the channels, nobody's there's no admins because they fired the admins. Who knows?
And we only have so much bandwidth in order to process those. So just be patient.
We have so much bandwidth in order to process that. That's another BS. Sorry, it's not true. We're talking about the blockchain, guys. Blockchain technology is fast. So that's not true.
Keep pushing, keep going in through the chat and the web, and we'll do it. And one of the things I'd like to emphasize is, in the market we're in, any investment instrument has an inherent risk. Now
he's talking about the risk, basically saying he's throwing it back to us saying, well, you knew the risk and trying to protect his company from what happened
associated with it. And, you know, I don't know of any other company, even in traditional stocks and Forex, that are actually sticking by their word and doing refunds. And at the end of the day, guys, we are not going to be able to satisfy everybody. And that's just, you know, a fact.
Well, wait, at the end of the day, what? We're not gonna what?
Stocks and Forex that are actually sticking by their word and doing refunds. And at the end of the day, guys, we are not going to be able to satisfy everybody. And that's just, you know, a fact of life.
We're not gonna be able to certify everybody, meaning we're not gonna be able to give everybody money. Listen, people, seriously, because a lot of you guys are naive and think, oh yeah, yeah. The longer the time passes and you don't get your refund, the longer the less hope it is that we're gonna get that money. It's very, very unlikely. A higher the chance that that's not happening.
Right. That's the way it is. But we are doing our best to make sure that we can do what needs to be done, maintain our integrity and our transparency. So I just want to touch on the actual refund parameters. So the refunds will go around initial deposits, less withdrawals. So any rollovers or reinvestments of gains do not count as a full deposit refund. Okay. Any funded accounts or staked accounts that we did do not qualify for a refund.
So basically now it's saying these people qualify and these people don't. So my question is, how many of you fall in the category of that you don't qualify for the refund?
Because at the end of the day, guys, it's basically common sense. If we've given you the money in order for what you've done to make some money, then why would we refund that deposit if you've already made money off it?
If they're making people whole, they didn't make any money. You're just giving them the money that we gave you. Hello.
Other thing we found as well, which most of you will know, and again, this is common sense, multiple accounts that have staked themselves do not qualify for a refund. There's also one more as well, is that any initial deposit that people have made that have exceeded that initial deposit, which they have in gains that they have reinvested, also do not qualify for a refund. And again, it's common sense. You know, we're all
common sense. Okay, whatever.
In this together, and we're trying to do the right thing. But as we go through this period and reset things, but you got to understand, you guys make money. So if you put 10 grand in and you made 12 grand and then roll that 10 grand over again, then you've already made your money. So you haven't lost anything, which is pretty damn good in 3 months. So to give you an understanding of where things are at, and people have asked about this, what I'm going to do is share my screen with you and show you the current bot live. And you will actually see the graphs and where the performance has gone. And you will see where the losses are, and which is one of the main reasons why we stopped it, because in all good conscience and based on our transparency and integrity, we couldn't accept any more deposits because it was
basically, guys, you're gonna see what I said. It was their fault. But let's see, because transparency, he never showed really the bots live from what people were asking. If you call that transparency, I don't know. I mean, whatever.
Wasn't the right thing to do. So the best thing to do was to hit the pause button and just have a look at how we are doing things, how the market is currently traveling, and to make sure, I guess at the end of the day,
My question is, why didn't it pause the bot before? So that they didn't lose $2 million. Hello? Or change the settings of the bots, right?
Yeah, we were doing the right thing. So I'm going to share my screen now. Share screen. Okay.
Okay, so let me show you something. First of all, these bots are not live because if you notice here an open date and close date, it's talking about September 18th. And I don't know, was that in September 18th that he did that? But still, they were closed. So if they're closed, they're not live. That's one thing. Two, if you see, let's look at the first bot. It says BTC USDT amount 2, stake amount 54,702, open rate 27,000, close rate 26,000. Okay. So if you notice here under the 1251 here, it says long. Sadly, when you're putting a long in Bitcoin, if Bitcoin started at 27,000, it should have gone up, not down. And because it went down, that's where they had a loss, 123% loss. The same thing with the next one. They had a long. Bitcoin went from 25K to, let me see, 25,911. Let's see here. Stake amount 51,000.
So what you are,
Give me a second. These are the 10th. So if you notice, it seems like they were not trading all the time either, because we got a bot from August 17, we got a bot from August 29, we got a bot from September 7, then September 10, and then September 18. And if you notice, all of them were closed, okay? Let me go back here. This one, they said the open rate was 25,000. Oh, and here, I forgot. 50x, okay. 50x is the leverage they're using, okay? That means that the higher the leverage you use, if it's going the wrong way, the more you lose. And that's why the losses are high, 123%, 171%, 144%. 502%, 51%, okay? So if you notice, all of these are losers. They're loser bots. For example, this bot lost 51%, the one in the bottom. They actually had it on for a day. It doesn't look like they had any risk management tools like take profit or stop loss, which is a good thing to use when you're dealing with derivatives. This is derivatives. Okay. So if you notice, 50x, 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 50x leverage. And let's do something here because there's not that much money there. My question is, where's the rest of the money?
This is the real bot.
Let me show you something. So I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to go out of here. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's not what I wanted to show you. And get a, no, that's not what get a calculator. Okay.
Hey guys, please do not. We can do stocks and forex that are actually sticking by their word and doing refunds. And
and another thing he told you is that they're using forex. They were not trading crypto. It's another thing that you got caught that out there?
Associated with it. And you know, I don't know of any other company, even in traditional stocks and forex, that are actually sticking by their word and doing refunds. And at the end of the day, guys, we are not going to be able to satisfy everybody. And that's just, you know, a fact of life. The actual refund, fund done to make some money, then do not qualify for a refund of where things are at. And people have asked about this. What I'm going to do is share my screen button and just have a look at how we are doing. Share screen.
Okay, so I'm gonna add these amounts of the ones that I traded in my calculator. So if you see here, they stake $54,000. 54,702, 54,702 plus 51,822 plus 105,782 So, okay, so 100,000, let's see. Wait. So, okay, 100,000 here, 100,000 there, that's 220, that's 217,000, 268,000, 200, 300, little over 200. So, okay, let's say that they had like $400,000. Alexa, add 99,988 plus one. Alexa, add these numbers: 99,988 okay, so 100,000, 212,000, 317,000, 368,000. So they have a little bit over $400,000. So my question is, where's the rest of the money?
Okay, so what you are seeing now, this is the real bot. So this is not a recording. Okay, so
it is a recording because it's not live bots. They're not live.
Just to give you a quick,
And the way that you know is because it tells you the close date.
I'll click on so you can see. Okay, and I'll go back to our dashboard. So the dashboard is the main one. So you will see on the dashboard, you know, what the
And look at this one. Here now, then it tells you the whole amount that they lost. Here it is, 2,862,362. So how do they get there is the question.
rating is, you will see it, but this is the most important one. So you will see the overall downward trend.
The downward trend doesn't matter. What matters is that they had bots that were long in the market, which is supposed to be waiting for those coins to go up, but they should be shorting the market, which should have been going down, and they would have made a lot of money. They would have made a ton of money if they knew how to configure the bots, and it's clearly that they don't.
In the crypto market. And no matter how smart an AI bot can be, or how smart anyone can be, if you're running in a downward trend like that, you can pick those slight points there and those slight points there. However, at the end of the day, if it's on that downward trend, that's the way it is.
No, it's not the way it is. That's another lie, guys. Like I told you, if you're long in the market while the market is going down, is not the bot, it's the configuring of the bot, the person. Okay, so don't blame the bot because the bot is doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, they would have more losses if they wouldn't have used the bot. But again, if they didn't pay attention to the bot, they didn't use risk management, take profit, stop loss, and they didn't change and modify the bots when the market was going up or down or whatever, then they're the ones that actually got, basically got, it was their fault, basically, what I'm saying, that they got all these losses.
So this is a list of our closed trades. So you'll actually see how the trade worked based on what the open market rate was and what the close rate was. So you will see what the profit is. So as you can see there in the red, yeah, pretty damn good, eh? Not. So, the big.
Then we got these bots that were 5x, 5x, 5x. So they're they were long in the market, but they were very, very small leverage. Okay. And they had 6%, 2%, 4%. So they were not making, their losses were bigger than their wins. And that's what I was saying before. But then they only make 6%, 2%, 4%. Not enough to pay for whatever they're paying for to us. It's logically, that's the common sense there. So, yeah. And we got 99,000. So we got 300,000 there, right? 300K there.
The biggest hit was here.
And look at that.
And
look at this horrible thing. They enter a long on Bitcoin for 50x leverage, meaning 50x more the money that they put, which was basically what? 29,000. And I mean, no, sorry, 88,000, sorry. They put $88,000 on a 50x leverage and they enter when Bitcoin was 29K. Let me see, 29K, 24K. Okay. But I bet because the market was going up and down because of the leverage, that is why the loss was horrible. And I show you one of the bots that I had so that you can actually leverage bots so you can see what I mean.
That's why, guys, we had to make the call because it needs to be done in order to make sure that we let things sit, let the dust settle, because we all know where crypto is at the moment. We know what's going on.
Basically, he's saying they don't know what they're doing. That's basically it. I tried to interview him, but he didn't answer me. So I'm going to use your information that you put here and then interview you through this video. So, and I'm then going to give him the video so he can see.
In the US with the FSAB.
The other problem is that they use too big leverage. They shouldn't use more than 5x leverage. You notice that the leverage that they put less was smaller. The higher the leverage, the higher the loss. The lower the leverage, the lower the loss. And so that's another problem that I see that they did here, that seriously, whoever was setting these bots, they didn't know what they were doing.
With the SEC and also with the banks looking at recognizing that crypto is a tangible asset that they can loan from. We still made some profits, but obviously not enough to cover what the losses were. So the best thing to do was, rather than keep hemorrhaging, was to hit that pause.
Now, if they were using spot trading and not futures, that would have been way less riskier, and they would still be making money. But because they decided to do leverage, that's why they screwed up. That's how they almost lost $3 million. It wasn't 2 million; it was almost $3 million.
Have a look at how we've run things, and then restructure to make sure that we move forward in a much more sustainable manner. So this, again, is the bot live. You see me move between screens. And at the moment, obviously, it's not trading right now, because if we were, we would still be making a loss, and we don't.
No, you would not be making a loss if you were shorting Bitcoin instead of longing. You will make money. It's just that you guys are doing the opposite. It's like trying to ram something against the current. It's what they were doing.
Want to lose any more money, because that money is what we're using to refund you. So it would be incredibly naive of us to keep doing that. So I'm going to pause.
Well, I agree with him there. If you don't know what you're doing, it's better that you pause it. And that, I totally agree there.
Now, and I'll come back. You can see my space.
He didn't show us all the bots either. They've been trading for how long? 3 months? Where's the rest of it? What's the rest of it? Because we couldn't see what profit or loss they had before. So he's not showing you everything, guys.
And basically, what I want to do is, again, emphasize it's so important that you make sure that you go through our official website. If you're doing refunds, and make sure you're on our official groups. I logged on to my Telegram and went through it. I found 9.
Okay, I think that's it. Because everything else is just blah. And then talking about Telegram.
Has an inherent risk. And at this point in time, we've had a lot of feedback, and a lot of it is extremely positive and supportive of.
Not true. I was in the premium channel, and the other channel, people were angry. People, supposedly he sent a message that threatening of life is not going to change anything, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know what he's talking about, or what kind of thing he's taking that is not, I don't know.
Of course, there are going to be people that are negative, but at the end of the day, that's life.
Negative. What about people angry because they lost their money, or they're still waiting for their money? It's not negativity. It's actually concern for the money that they put there, and concern for the people that got into them in the downline. It's not negativity.
And what I said to you earlier, we cannot satisfy everybody.
He's saying it again. He's not going to pay everybody. That means they're not going to come back. If they try to come back, would you put your money again? Seriously, people.
It's again, it's your choice. So all we're doing now is looking at how things are structured, watching the market, particularly in crypto, because I do firmly believe what is happening in the current traditional banking sector, with interest rates and inflation, there are 3 key indicators. I've mentioned them before. FSAB have ruled that crypto is a tangible asset, whereas before it wasn't recognized as a tangible asset. The SEC will follow, and they will recognize crypto for EFT trading as well. And then the final part, which the banks cannot ignore anymore, because most banks are already starting to.
I don't even know what he's mentioning all this stuff. That's nothing to do with what's happening, really.
Bring out their own tokens, and some of them are recognizing crypto, and it's already happened in South Korea as an example, where they've used crypto as an asset to loan against. So it's really a matter of time. And the other thing for those of you that might be new to this space is that the one thing in the crypto world, particularly with Bitcoin, which is the main one, the reason why it tracks and everybody follows that tracking is it is limited to 21 million coins. It will not go any higher. At the moment, there are 19 million issued, and they reckon it will take to 2141 to mine the last 2 million. So the reason why Ethereum and other tokens and other coins at the value they are at is because they can attach side chains to their blockchain, their main blockchain. With Bitcoin, you can't. So that's why it is the market standard from that perspective. So
Not really, guys. The market is more complex than that, but whatever.
what I want to do in closing is to thank you guys for your support. It's been an incredible run in the last 3 months. I'm actually hoping during this 40 days, and look, it may be a little bit longer, who knows? But what we need to do is follow the market.
Guys, let's be real. They had a cluster mess. Every day or every week they changed something. They were not organized. Like, I wouldn't put my money here ever. Seriously. And he said it. They're not gonna give money to everybody. So I hope that this analysis of what happened from my side helps you to understand that if these people come back, I wouldn't put my money in there.
And I'm going to go and sit on the beach for a week and sleep.
You see, he's going to go and sit in a beach while we're still waiting for our money. I mean, what kind of, oh my gosh, like, seriously.
So in the last 3 months, my sleep's been not very good. So guys, just have a look, have a think. We know the platform's good. It's simple. You guys all got into it. It worked. So what we've got to do is make sure that we look at what we've all learned to make sure that.
And then we got the issue with, oh, first you could withdraw every day, unlimited. Then, no, you cannot withdraw more than 3 times. No, you cannot withdraw now more than 1 time. Oh, now, then the withdrawals will actually get there for a couple of hours. Then it took days. So it seems that they had issues before, and that's why I think it was like a couple of weeks ago that he tried to change the plan settings, and people were pissed, and then they had to know, and so this is transparency, really? I don't know. What's the rest of the bots, the money that you made from the beginning of Invesable AI to now, to the last day that you guys paused the bot?
It is sustainable moving forward.
If they keep doing the same thing they were doing, longing while the market is going down, it's not going to be sustainable. Or the opposite, shorting while the market is going up, it's not going to be sustainable.
So we will give you another update. And again, just keep going into our website and making sure you keep following up on your refunds. But please understand those 4 principles that are outlined earlier. And I will just quickly touch on them again, just to make sure. Okay. Initial deposits, less withdrawals, rollovers or reinvestments of gains do not count as a full deposit refund. So have a think, guys. We're all in this together. You made some money, okay, which is great.
We made some money, which is great. A lot of us didn't make any money because we got in the last month. We lost money and we're still waiting for the refund. I only withdrew 2,000 something dollars. in that month. That means that I was really, really negative in there. And I don't know how many people had the same problem.
But we are doing something that no other company anywhere in the world has done before, is refund you money. Okay? Funded accounts where we have funded or staked you, they do not qualify for a deposit refund. I mean, at the end of the day, it wasn't your money to start with. So if you made money off that funded account and staked account, then, you know, it's just basic common sense. Multiple accounts, which I know quite a few people have, where they've used to stake other people and fund it and obviously run through the affiliate program, they also do not qualify for a refund. And again, if you exceeded from a profitability or a gain perspective, what your initial deposit was, you are also not eligible for a refund. And again, it's common sense. Right where things are at now, think about it. If you've already got your money back, and what we're doing is trying to make sure that people who haven't got their full deposit back get their money back. So at the end of the day, what you're doing is actually taking money away from those people. And that's not the point of this community. It's about supporting each other and making sure that we work together to make money. And that's pretty much it. So again, what I want to say is thank you very much for your support. This is where we're at. We will do another update. And you know, whatever I can say is it's just been wow. And you know, we've got to do what needs to be done right by everybody that's in this group and community, not for a particular individual that thinks they're entitled to a return. And again, we are not going to be able to satisfy everybody. And if you're unhappy, I apologize for that. But again, we have all made that choice. Every single one of us that signed up and invested understand the T&Cs. So it's what you need to accept as your choice. It's nobody else's responsibility other than yours. So guys, thank you very much. We'll give you another update.
So basically said, you took the risk, it's your fault. It's our fault, basically. And in that sense, I will say, yeah, he's right, because we knew this company was from another country. We knew that we didn't know this person, that this platform could, you know, not be a long time there. And anyway, they just protecting themselves basically with this. So you heard it. I hope that this makes sense on what happened, because what he said happened and what happened is not the same. So please subscribe whenever this video is at. And this is Crypto Rican Queen, bridging the gap between the rich and the poor, coming from the great state of Texas. See you guys later. That is in condition, the loss, that you don't trade out of that. That's another thing that I think people need to understand. when it comes to all the the losses that they had. Yes, they had losses, but if they change all those coins to USDT, they then had the losses. They basically went from an unrealized loss to a realized loss. And I don't know what they were doing over there, but I wanted to show you some of the bots that I had. That was February. No, that was March, February. Okay. I think that was it, because I don't deal with them in this types of bots usually. Mana, this made 2% in just 14 hours. And if you look at the spot bots that I had here, the bot history, this is usually spot trading. I had a bot, meaning that I wasn't leveraging anything. I wasn't trying to 5x or 10x. With this one, 85% in 16 days, 39% in 1 month, 37% in 18 days, 23% in 1 month, 18% in 1 month, 9% in 1 month, 6% in 1 month, 4%. And if I go back, because I think this is not the whole month. This is only for January. Let me just go to February. Actually, let me just go to, yeah. Let me go to May, June. And I go back here, 66%. I was actually trading with 6K. I made 66% in 1 month without leveraging anything. 32%, 31%, 23%, 23%. Again, this is not easy. And it's less risk using spot trading bots than leveraging bots like Invesable Ai was doing. So I hope that helps too. Okay, see you guys later.